Hello and welcome to Quick Look episode 10. Today we are talking about The Forgotten City, a game by an Australian developer, Modern Storyteller, and published by Dear Villagers with additional support from Film Victoria. This game started as Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim mod and was developed as a standalone game afterwards. And as always, I don't have a clue what will await us, but let's see and discover it together. Oh, a spoiler warning. Please help us avoid spoilers. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the wide hallway so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Yeah, well, that's a spoiler warning. We are in this together, so let's see how it will go. Let's go. Okay, 3 people over 4 years. Multiple endings, a mystery adventure. It rewards thoughtful... Yeah, well, I have to... thoughtful exploration, but the text is not long enough on the screen, so I can't read it. But, okay, present day. So maybe we will go into the future or the past.
Hey! You're alive!
Yeah, I am.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Ah, okay. I have... No, this seems to be a role-playing game. I have to select a body type. Okay, and the color of my skin. Let's go with the default values and a name.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Oh, maybe I can now determine my backstory. I was searching for ancient ruins. I was on a covert mission. I was on the run from the law. I barely remember anything. That is the type of person I'm playing and my stats, I suppose. Oh yeah, I want to be an ecologist, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear
Archaeologist?
this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
Yeah, what do I want to know? That's really interesting because there are only 2 types of games. Post-apocalyptic games and games where I've lost my memory. This is a game where I've lost my memory. What's your story? Who's Al? Where are we? What can you tell me about the ruins? Have you tried calling for help? I think I have to be very thorough and maybe ask everything I can. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even going to tell me your name.
I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Okay, that's dialogue. That's not bouncing me back to the main options. I'd really like to know, especially if I'm going to be helping you. Why don't you want to tell me? Never mind. Yeah, I really like to know.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen. Yeah.
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Oh, my goodness. That will take a long time until the game begins, for real. So, who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each
Here
other.
is the riverbank where
I
guys
guess
are
not.
washing on.
But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Okay.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber. Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al.
Okay, this game is funny. I like it so far. Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
That's all the questions I had.
Great.
Okay.
So you're ready to go look for Al?
Yes, I am. I'm going in for the priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye on... No. Alright, I am. I always wonder why they are putting a pass option in there. I remember once I was a kid and we were role-playing and two guys were knocking on my door where my hero was living and asked if I want to go on adventure, and I said I'll pass. And then the master of the adventure gaming round told me, okay, you pass, thanks, bye. And I had to sit there and all the other players played the game and I sat there. That was really traumatic. I won't pass here. All right, I'm in. Let's go.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry.
No, I won't.
Oh,
The game told me not
he
to.
left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Oh, a flashlight. A heavy-duty, battery-powered flashlight. Take item. Okay, I never played Elder Scrolls, but I suppose the interface is quite similar. And the game reacted to my choices. Now I know that is Karen. That's nice. And she's cooking something. I suppose that's... Is that fish?
The ruins are just beyond those
chicken.
columns. Please, hurry.
Let's see. Okay. I can take the boat alone. Or by myself if I want to. So, let's see. That's interesting because... that's my flashlight. That's interesting because... Italy. If you think about Italy, you don't think about fog and cold weather, but that's it. It's foggy, it's cold, and maybe I have to jump. No, jumping is not possible. I'm pressing X. Search for clues about Al's whereabouts. Oh, I'm not used to these quest markers anymore. I was playing Outer Wilds, the Outer Wilds DLC earlier today. So, where you have to do everything by yourself. So I'm not used to this anymore. That's really interesting to have Roman ruins in this environment, in this mood. What happened to the cursor? Ah, okay, that's some target mode, something like that. Okay, I can sprint. I don't know what to expect. Is this a kind of Dear Esther type game, or more like The Return of the Obra Dinn? I don't know. But it's a mystery game, and I like mystery games. If they are done well, and they have to be done really well. Okay. A backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packages. Nothing valuable here, but still it seems strange that Al left it behind. I'll leave it behind too. Why not? So first thing, it's always the same. First thing, I'm going where I don't think I'm supposed to go, to see if there are secrets. Okay, I see the geometry, the collision geometry is not very nice in this game, but why can't I go here? Okay, I have to get used to this. Being able to go anywhere is not the same as being able to go where it's plausible. Okay. Oh, more notes.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except...
No, I wanted to read the note. Can I read the note here? I think I found the entrance to the secret city. That's a pity. And the dial-up prompt is stuck. Yeah, I want to know what the inscription reads. That's unfortunate. And I can't go back, can I? Enter the ruins, active quest, inventory, scenarios, flashlight, no notes. Leads. Quid pro quo. That's frustrating. So, I have to look it up in a YouTube video. Oh, I'm underwater? What the hell? Why am I breathing?
Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Okay, that reminds
Could
me...
an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out.
That really...
If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation.
Yeah, Al, I think
A warning.
you are on the other side.
Al Worth.
That really reminds me of Bioshock 3, the baptism in the beginning. I think I have been baptized now. Ah, okay, and that's my air marker. Okay, once I leave the air, the lake for the bassin for the first time, I start to have the air marker. It was stuck. And I'm so curious what happens if I die here. So let's take the flashlight. This looks quite empty around here. And okay, that's the shaft where I came through. But okay. I didn't expect to find anything here, but... Ooh, what's that? Meminisse semper vigilabant. I think that's stay alert, maybe? Always remember they are watching. Okay. Good enough. My Latin is good enough to understand that. Okay, gold. Okay, Al came, but he didn't rob the city. Yeah, well, it's hard to transport these gold statues. Oh, Miss Whisper. Who am I? I don't know. I don't have a name. Karen has a name. I don't. Who am I? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, I'm intrigued. Should I be intrigued? Okay. That's strange because we have statues here and they are quite dynamic. Normal statues have other poses. It's more like a fairy tale. Oh, inspect. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. Okay. These are looking strange. The poses are looking strange, like in a fairy tale. And this guy here is totally out of place. What is this? Ah, Daft Punk. A Roman gladiator, mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Yeah, that's not what I am asking. I am asking why he doesn't stand on the pedestal like a normal statue. Because he's out of gold. Nobody flees if he's out of gold except these street art people who are painting their skin. Ooh, the door is weird. The physics of the door. It looks quite heavy, but it isn't. Kur hic esne. I don't understand. Why are you here? Maybe? No. Okay, loading times. And more statues. Hello. A young Roman woman. It looks like she was begging for her life. But to no avail. Okay, the game really suggests that these are real people and not statues. But let's see. Yeah, it becomes obvious. Oh, no prompt on this one. But I think this is still the introduction. I just have to get into the mood. Here's nothing of worth to see, maybe. Okay. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. That really reminds me of the Return of Obra Dinn. The scenes where I have to deduct what happened. And a little bit of The Witness, the statues in The Witness. Okay, he's scrambling because here's a fountain. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I can move him. I don't know if this is a glitch or not. More people staring at stuff. Hello. A Roman legionary in state of terror. This is a statue. More terror. So, we want to see what's... Oh. Go left. Go right, sorry. The other left is right. And I suppose we can do this a little bit faster. Ah, he's looking too. Maybe like a basilisk that turns the statues into gold. King Midas. Why are you here? I think she said that in Latin. Why are you here? But I'm not quite sure. I wasn't really good in school when I learned Latin. Oh, a hanged statue. That's odd. Is that Al? That looks like Al. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible? So, that was everything I had to know. I can go back to the boat. Can I? Can't I? I don't know.
Whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Okay, that's our premise. Obviously, this is a time loop. Something. Or maybe I have many tries to fix things. And if I can't fix them, I only can die. I'm just speculating. Let's see. There's a portal and things are happening again and again. And that's a quite popular theme nowadays. A young Roman woman in state of panic. Can you hear me? We have Deathloop, we have Outer Wilds, we have 12 Minutes. A lot of games are playing with this trope now. And as far as things are going, I still like it. I like this time loop stuff a lot. So let's see, we have to solve the mystery to escape. I think that was the gist of this message. This way? No, that way. A Roman man on his knees as if begging his gods for mercy. Okay. A portal to the past. Oh, that's a portal. Obviously. Yeah, I know. I will go around. No, that's not possible. Ah, that's Portal Visuals 101. Okay, I can check the quest. Ooh, where I am now. I can check the quest journal at every time. Point of origin. I've traveled thousands of years into the past. Oh, why? Why do I know that? I'll need to find a way back to my original timeline somehow. Figure out how to return to your original timeline. Perhaps whoever brought me here can send me back. So that's... Yeah, well, I have to repeat it. I'm not used to these messages anymore. They are so overtly gamey. Okay, different pathways. And, oh, that's a living creature. I suppose that's a Roman. Let's talk to the Roman. Hello.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Zoe and I've just come from the future. Wait, are you speaking English? Shrine of Proserpina. I'm Zoe and I got lost. Okay.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around
I'm
here,
not.
are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
Okay, let's ask the obvious.
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange.
Yeah, my accent is...
And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine?
Okay, I'll tell him why not. I'm Zoe and I just come from the future.
Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from exactly?
Ad Urbe Condita? Yeah, well, I don't remember. That doesn't help me. Is this before or after Christ? Haha! Archaeologists inside, so it's 65 CE. After Christ. BCE is before Christ, right? Yeah, I think so. Never mind.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very
Yeah,
lost,
I am.
and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine. Not laws, law. There's just one.
A
golden
golden
rule. And
rule.
the punishment for breaking it's, well,
Gold.
it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Alright, yeah.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out.
Okay.
But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Okay,
Aren't you
here.
going to
1,
introduce me to
2,
your
oh.
handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Okay, here's a gold statue.
Politics.
A golden
I'd
statue,
stay
that's
clear of it and her, if I were you.
interesting.
She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Ah, that one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Ah, don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Okay, that seems to be a murder mystery with 32 people or something.
Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
Okay.
You better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Okay, the game is really text heavy, but voice acted, that's a relief. Okay, alright, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds.
The doors are weird.
They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether they'd done
that's
anything wrong.
decimation.
One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation.
Oh, yeah.
If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse.
Okay.
The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs. What now?
Okay, let's do that later.
All right.
I want to go into the
Don't
game.
mind me. I just live here.
What? What the heck? Okay, that's the magistrate, I suppose. Hello.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Zoe.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's
Indeed.
beautiful.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers
Okay,
brought together
22.
by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city?
Okay, that is really, really, that is really, Bioshocky, if I want to say that, because this is a thought experiment, obviously.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here,
Every last one of us will die. You see,
Okay.
the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins."
Oh, and the
of
gold
one."
statues here.
What we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden.
Yeah, you're cheeky.
It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
I wonder if Proserpina is Karen. But I can't ask that. What counts as a sin here? That's a good question.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
That's a nice. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Don't you laws allow slave ownership? Yeah, let's...
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Don't you people watch blood sports for entertainment?
But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Don't women have fewer rights than men?
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Yeah, skip that, dude. Don't you persecute Christians?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
Always an answer. Don't you practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Where I am from, we consider those things to be abhorrent.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home.
Yeah, I am.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
So we are now more than half an hour into the game. It started really, tropey, like many games, many other games. I have forgotten everything. I have to look for the interesting cave or city or something. Then I go through a portal and then I'm landing in a new world and I'm here now. And now I think after half an hour I got the premise of the game, but I still don't know any of the mechanics, how this will work out, how I have to work out what happened. I think dialogue is a very important part until now, and I think that will stay in the game. But I'm curious if there are other mechanics too. So let's ask this guy a little bit. Why can't you investigate? Yeah, that's good.
I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions.
Okay, maybe it's just a dialogue game.
It will seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore?
Oh, wise.
Here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
I would like to know why he knows what will happen.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
So, what did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
I think this is quite front-loaded. We get much information at one point in the start before I have the feeling the game has begun. But I have to admit it's okay for me because I'm interested was what he has to say.
2,000 years?
You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
Unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
You'd all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
So, if I do this, will you help me get back to my own time? That's a good question, too.
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox.
So,
If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Makes sense?
So now I'm wondering if I can help Al when I solve the puzzle. Okay. Oh, tip, these questions will be available later. Oh, damn. I could have I could have played all the game. And I'm stuck with you here because I'm reading all the questions. Ah, that's a pity. The last question, I want to do this thoroughly.
It's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to.
I didn't see any remains in the temple. Sorry. But it went too fast. Okay, I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Okay, bye-bye. No, I won't stop this episode.
Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule? Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust.
Okay.
I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Oh, damn objective markers. I don't like them. They are unnecessary and lazy game design. Sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, I know that. It's interesting to see how long the game takes to get us started. If I compare it to the Return of Oberdin, the Return of Oberdin does this much, much faster. And yeah, that's good. I think that's good. I don't know if it's necessary that everything is so front-loaded here. But now I'm in the game and I have the mystery. I know about the golden rule. I know what to do. I have to test what happens if I break the rule.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare. Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Oh, she's not very nice. I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out.
She was much nicer when I went up the stairs. That's interesting. So, let's go to the Shrine of Apollo so you can see a little bit of the real game.
Are they?
Because you didn't do that. I suppose this whole space is not relevant and yields no information. But that's just a feeling. Oh no, oh god, that's the wind that guides me to the quest markers.
Scintilla, would you?
Okay.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about...
So let's ask her and then we stop with this episode. These doors are ridiculous. Ridiculous doors. So I wonder if there was a generation before that turned into gold here. Okay, that's Lucretia.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it.
Okay.
Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Okay, that's intriguing, because now I have more information and I have to think about it. I have to think about the game. Can I go back in time and try to save her? Save Julia, or is Julia lost?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again.
Okay, these
I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Okay, this is a very standard quest line. Okay, I'll get right onto it.
Come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
And she's really dead. No items. So, I get a gist of it. I think, yeah, well, it's like an open world game in a mini open world. And I think I have to talk to the people to reach my goals.
How much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Decius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in this
Who's
city.
talking?
We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else brings me to
He's
it.
talking. Okay, he wants a bow. I suppose...
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Decius.
Okay.
Terrible shame what happened to Julia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
I will stop here
Very well.
and tell you a last thought, because I end this episode, and this is, I suppose I'll be doing all these tasks for these people here, and that doing these tasks will start
How'd you do?
the event. This will start the event that will seal the fate of the city, and I think I'll be the person who does this. But that's just my gut feeling. I'll stop here. Thank you for being with me. I think this is a rather calm game with a lot of dialogue. It's not the best YouTube video format, but let's see. I think I will keep going here, and I think it's interesting to solve this mystery. And there are new questions I want to solve. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will be back in the next episode of anything that will land on this channel. Please like, subscribe, you know what to do. Bye bye.